Casserole lovers, this recipe is for you. We are making John Wayne Casserole. It is the ultimate hamburger casserole that is perfect for a weeknight meal or to feed a crowd if you have company over. You are gonna love this super easy and affordable casserole recipe. Hi, I'm Christina with eatingonadime.com. I have linked today's recipe in the description below. If you can't find it, just Google John Wayne Casserole, Eating on a Dime, and it'll pull right up. You are gonna love this super easy casserole that is packed with tons of flavor. It is called the John Wayne Casserole, and the reason it's called that is originally started, John Wayne made the casserole, but that was decades ago. So through the years, we have simplified it, put our own twist on it, and of course, we have made it easier because we love easy, simple recipes. First, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna make the casserole in a 9x13 pan. Go ahead and spray it with a non-stick cooking spray or rub it with olive oil, whichever you prefer. Perfect. And then we are going to make the crust of the casserole, which is delicious biscuits. This is one of those shortcuts that we've made because in the traditional John Wayne casserole, he liked to use like homemade biscuit mix, and we're not doing that. We are all about shortcuts without sacrificing flavors. So trust me, this tastes just as well, and it's gonna save you lots of time. I am using 16 ounces grand biscuits for this crust. We're gonna put it in the bottom of the pan. The secret is you want to line the pan and you want it to go up the sides just a little bit. So when I say crust, I mean crust, okay? We're gonna go up the sides like a pizza would do. So you just spread it out with your fingers and push it down into the pan. So you want to make sure the biscuits form together to make one even layer, and then go up the sides just a little bit. So when we put in our toppings, it can kind of hold it in there. Now I'm gonna bake it for a little bit just so it's like a nice crust, and when we put the ingredients on, it doesn't turn to mush. It kind of holds it on top so we get nice good layers. So we're gonna bake this for about 12 to 15 minutes until it's golden brown. While the biscuit layer is baking, we are gonna brown 2 pounds of ground beef over medium-high heat to make the beef layer of the casserole. I love this tool for breaking up the beef as it browns. I've linked this in our Amazon storefront, which is in the description below. I've had mine for years and I use it probably like 2 to 3 times a week, so it's a game changer. Continue to break this up as it browns. We're wanting to brown it completely and cook it through. Don't worry about this excess grease because we'll just drain it off once it's cooked through. All right, the biscuits are ready and they are the perfect golden brown color. So we are gonna go ahead and pull this out and let it set for a bit while we finish that beef layer. Once the ground beef is brown, drain off any excess grease, and then we're going to add 3/4 cup water, 1 onion diced, 1 red bell pepper, also diced, and then 1 ounce taco seasoning. You can use store-bought or homemade, whichever you prefer. We're gonna go ahead and mix this together, and we're gonna bring it to a low simmer on medium heat so that all those flavors can combine and those veggies will start to get nice and tender. Once the mixture is at a low simmer, cover and cook on low for about 8 to 10 minutes until those veggies are nice and tender. So you just want to cook it until those peppers and onions are nice and tender. And then we're going to go ahead and remove this from the heat and add it to our casserole. Take that beef layer and pour it right on top of those biscuits. Ooh, yum. I love this spatula here because it's like half spoon, half spatula. It's also linked in our Amazon storefront and it works great anytime you're doing this. Also, sorry, it's hard to get a good angle here. If you just dump it on, you can always spread it around into an even layer, and that works as well. Once that beef is poured onto an even layer, take your can of diced tomatoes with green chilies, also known as rotel, and we're just going to sprinkle that on top. Just do the same thing, get it into an even layer as possible. And now we're gonna prepare the topping. For the topping, we are gonna use a freshly shredded grated cheese. Now, I recommend 100% shredding your own cheese just because it melts more smoothly and evenly. If you buy like the pre-shredded, it's usually coated in something that prevents it from melting. So when we use it in recipes, it doesn't melt as well. We're gonna need about a cup for this recipe. So I'm just gonna shred a little bit of this, and then we'll get that topping all nice and prepared. So for the topping, we're gonna start with a half a cup of mayonnaise. Not Miracle Whip mayonnaise, works best in this one. And we're gonna mix it with a half a cup of sour cream to make that nice creamy top layer of this casserole. And we're going to stir in a half a cup of our freshly shredded cheddar cheese. Perfect. I'm just gonna mix it together with a spatula and spread it on top as much as you can. Sometimes it's hard to spread over a meat mixture. So what I like to do is I just kind of dollop it in various places and then use the spatula to spread it out. Just kind of dollop throughout the casserole. And then once it gets all on there, we'll just kind of spread it out as evenly as possible. You just kind of want a little bit in each bite, so don't stress about it too much being a complete layer. Now take your remaining cheddar cheese and just sprinkle it on top. Perfect. And we're gonna bake this for about 20 to 25 minutes. We're just wanting nice and bubbly and to make sure that all cheese is melted and starting to brown. Let's get it in the oven. So you can see it's all starting to bubble down there and the cheese is melted, so it's done. We're gonna let this set at 10 to 15 minutes at room temperature before slicing and serving. It's ready to serve. The best part about this casserole is it's truly a one-pot dinner. Since it has the veggies, the beef, the biscuits, it's very filling. I usually just make like an easy side salad to get in some extra veggies, and then it's perfect for a complete meal. So generally this will serve about 8 people, and it's gonna be pretty good size helping. So if you have little kids or maybe lighter eaters, you could probably serve even more with it. I am so ready to try this. When you cut it, you just wanna make sure you get down into that biscuit layer. So you get the nice biscuit and all the delicious layers in this casserole. It smells amazing. Usually when I make this, I serve it immediately, but you can make it ahead and just heat it up before serving. That'll work great. It will keep in the refrigerator as long as it's covered for up to 4 to 5 days, and it's awesome. It's easy to double and make 2 batches, so if you're having a party, you can easily make this filling casserole that everyone will love. Thank you guys so much for joining me today in my sister's kitchen. I hope that you try out this John Wayne Casserole recipe. Don't forget, we have linked the full recipe in the description below. And once you try it out, leave us a review and a comment because we love hearing what you guys think of our easy recipes. Do not forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any more delicious family-friendly recipes. And I will see you guys next time. I gotta get to eating. I'm starving. Bye, friends.